Right, I'm joined by Darren Elliott, your coach, is that right, the first team?
Player coach, yeah,
player coach. Still got to play a bit in there then, you've still got a bit of life in the old legs.
No, always play.
You are Mr. Oxidor, aren't you? Is that what they call you?
Some do, yeah.
Yeah, some do. You've got a full set of ashes there as well. Last time I saw you, there was one missing. Yeah, there we go, thank you very much. One for the camera. Right, first of all, big question. You know, you're defending your title in English National League Division 2.
Yep.
Some people will say, why didn't you take promotion? And there is a good reason why you didn't take promotion.
Yeah, there is a good reason behind that. Basically, hockey in Oxford sort of took a dive a couple of seasons ago. We brought some players back in, homegrown players, signed a good team up last year, done really well, better than some people probably expected. We had some junior development guys stepping up. Because of the size of the squad, didn't manage to get potentially like the most out of it. So this time we decided to stay in NIHL 2 and give these guys more of an opportunity to step up, more involved in the game and stuff like that. And secondly, to build our home crowd like we did last year. We've had a lot of followings, tied in with Oxford United and stuff, which is great. Getting a lot of people down here now, and if we jump up to the next league, a lot of people don't see it, but it is a massive step. It'd be a lot harder for us as a team, and we don't want to go back to being beaten every weekend and stuff. We want to compete at a decent level, which we are. We won the title, yeah, but we didn't win it easily, so we just want to keep on that steady level at the moment and get the kids coming up and playing through, and then hopefully in next season or whenever suits us and feels best, we'll move up, hopefully.
Talking of which, you won the title, which was fantastic. We can see in the background a lot of sides there. It's all about getting local lads, because some local lads have had to go elsewhere for higher hockey, but they've come back now, hence the winning the division, and you know, and everybody likes a winning side, don't they?
Oh, exactly, yeah. I mean, myself, Andrew Cox, Alan Green, a couple of the other guys, we sort of left and went and played for other clubs in the league above, but you know, everyone wants to play back where they started, so we've all come back, and that's our aim now, is to build a good homegrown side and move on from here with hopefully the guys coming up through the junior ranks.
So local winning boys and girls coming out, there's girls out there as well, unless some boys with ponytails, but everybody gets a chance to play here, and you want everybody to come. You know, once upon a time I thought it was the wrong time of the day to come and watch an ice hockey game, but you face off every Sunday at 6:15, don't you?
Every Sunday, 6:15, yeah, without fail, whenever we've got a game scheduled. But no, it's good. We get a lot of kids coming down. Some people think it's a bit late on a Sunday evening for kids that have got school the next day, but you know,
it's wrapped up by 9, isn't it?
It's wrapped up by 9 o'clock, and you can all go home. We go and have a beer. You guys can go home and go to bed, and then get ready for work and everything on the Monday.
Do you get ready for work? Because it's you know, in fairness, a little bit of physicality in this game, isn't there?
Oh yeah, very, like, especially at the top levels, like bumps and bruises, and hopefully they're all sorted out by Wednesday, ready for training. But yeah, it's a very physical game. A lot of people, as soon as you mention ice hockey, it's the first thing comes into their head is fighting, but it's not the way it is. It's just a very good, fast, physical game, and it's great to come and watch. And I'd always say, if you haven't watched the game, come and watch it. I guarantee you'll come again.
And then the other side of Christmas, I know we're looking a bit further ahead, it's Winter Olympics, and how is ice hockey in England? How is it growing?
I think it's growing really well. Like, places like Oxford do struggle. We struggle with the number of kids that we get here. Surrounding clubs do really well. I don't know for what reason that is, but unfortunately Oxford struggled a little bit in the past with kids get to a certain age, they get to a certain level at Oxford, and then they go to local clubs like Swindon and that have got bigger amounts of people and they're in better leagues. But hopefully with Jeff Sykora doing all the junior development stuff, and we're working really close with them, hopefully we can build Oxford up again and get onto that same level as everyone else. But as a whole, I think hockey's growing massively. The same with roller hockey, which has been a big influence. Kids playing roller hockey, they let them play ice, and it's just growing all the time. It's great.
And of course, as you say, you're staying down, you're defending your title. You know, it would be nice to retain it, wouldn't it?
We will retain it.
You will retain it. You heard it here first.
Yeah, we will retain it, and it's good. We got for the first time for a long time. I mean, I've been playing here 23 years, and I've never really known Oxford host a cup weekend or anything like that. And we're hosting a cup final weekend, which is completely NIHL 2 South teams, whereas last year it was teams from our league and the league above, which was very hard. but it's going to be a completely IHL2 team, club cup, and it's being hosted here for Saturday and Sunday, with the final day being Sunday, and that should be really good. Hopefully get lots of numbers in, and it'll be a good weekend of hockey.
You're into pre-season, you've had a couple of challenge matches against sides from higher divisions. You've lost them, but only just.
Yeah.
Good yardstick to tell the boys, look, this is what we've got to aspire to if we do in a couple of years want to take that step?
Yeah, I mean, most of our guys have played at that level, but obviously there's guys that haven't, and there's juniors coming through. Warm-up games to me as a coach are for me, and to see how I can improve things by putting players with other different players and systems, trying things out. They're not there always to win. It's something that we can look at, try things out, ready for the start of the season, and we got a lot from it. It worked really well. I mean, we lost 3 against a northern team we'd never played before. The northern sides always play a lot more physical, which was really good for everyone to get into it. And then last weekend we played Bracknell, lost 5-1, some scrappy little goals, but it's just things that we can work on, and they'll be sorted by the 8th, ready for the first game.
As I say, first game is 6:15 on the 8th of September,
Yep.
Basingstoke, I believe, where I turned up to see you capture the title.
What we do.
What you do.
What we do, and that's what we'll do again. But it'll be good, because obviously we played there and we won the title there. We had a home game afterwards, which was good. But they'll be wanting to get revenge, and we'll be there to stop them.
So, Hamish, final question. If I come down and play on the gate, what is it for a husband, wife, and maybe a couple of kids?
Oh, do you know what, you caught me out now. I'm not sure, but they do a family ticket, which isn't a vast amount. I think an adult is £6 each, and I think for me there's children, but I don't know what
You don't know, you just turn up and play, Alan. We'll get Carpo on that, we'll find out exactly what goes on with him, but you can get a cup of coffee, you can sit down, and it certainly is a fast sport to watch, isn't it?
It is, it's very good. Like I say, it's the fastest team sport in the world. A lot of people have trouble keeping up watching, let alone being out there playing, but I mean the rink's undergone like real good improvements. There's a good cafe now with a bar, amusements downstairs, good vending machines. It's coming a long way. I think Oxford ice rink and ice hockey as a whole is coming a long way, and it's going to be good. It'll be a good season to come and watch, so come down.
Richard, Oxford City Stars defending their English National League 2 title. They start on September the 8th, 6:15, face off against Basingstoke.
Well, we've got a couple of pricing options. For adults it's £6. For children we've got it's £3 to do. We also offer family tickets at £15. The other concessions that we offer, we do a student ticket for £3, and we're proud to offer a £3 concession rate for anybody that's serving in the armed forces, either in uniform or that can provide a military ID card.
Event days, have you got any event days coming up, Richard?
Yeah, we've got a few event days coming up. The first one we're coming up to is against Basingstoke, where we go Kids Go Free. So anyone can come in with a child for free. We've got some really exciting things. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog who's going to be here, and lots of other things for the kids.
Now you've got a big link with Oxford United as well. Oxford United players have been down here watching you, as you have been up to them to see them play football as well. Is there any discounts for season ticket holders, dual season ticket holders, or not?
We will be doing a discount promotion for season ticket holders with Oxford United later in the season.
And it's exciting, isn't it? When you get down here, you know, when you see a winning side, when you see a nerve-jangling third period, it's an exciting place to bring your family down. You actually get riveted very quickly when you see the speed of the puck and the speed of the ice skaters cross the ice.
It's absolutely fantastic for anybody who hasn't come before. It's just a fantastic family event for everybody to come down. The sport is lightning fast. There's a really friendly atmosphere that everyone can come down to. Especially, we're really looking forward to seeing as many families as possible coming down for the season.
One of the things that does happen though when youngsters come along is they often fancy a go, and you house quite a few teams from youngsters all the way up, so they can always try, can't they?
Absolutely. We have a junior programme which runs from under 10s, so kids getting on the ice at 5 and 6 years old, to an under 18s team. But for people who are thinking, well, how do I get involved? What we do on Sunday evenings prior to Stars games, and in fact even when we're not playing, this is actually running, we have an hour-long session which is called Stick and Puck. It's completely free of charge. You don't need to come in skates, you don't need to have a stick or gloves or any kind of the equipment like that. All you need to do is just turn up and the junior club will be more than happy to host you. And it's available for kids from 6 to 16 years of age. So anyone that fancies a go can just come along and just enjoy the sport.
And there is a progressive route, isn't it? We're going to have the under-18s out here. We've got a younger age group training in the background. The first team will be out very shortly in their pre-season garb to get themselves ready for it. But there is one thing you've been trying to bring through is the fact that locals to play for their local side. You're trying to bring people through and progress the youth ranks all the way through, aren't you?
Absolutely. There's two ways we've been trying to do this. We want the best possible Oxford-based team that we can have. So in the signing of Josh and Jake Flory, we've got two amazingly talented kids who've perhaps been playing for other clubs and playing for Milton Keynes, a fantastic programme out there, but we've got them back here to play for Oxford. But that's not where it does. That's not just where it comes from. We've got the likes of Zach Dolphin, who is playing with us as a 17-year-old this year. Recently we've had Jonathan Bayliss, who started us last season. He started coming us as a kid who was trying to break through to the team. When we were on the verge of our 14-game winning streak at the end of last season, by the time we got to February, March, we had the experienced defenders on the team. Everyone was wanting to be paired with him. That's how good this kid is. So we've had lots of players that are coming through, both from players who are coming back, the young players who are coming back to us, and we're bringing through our own systems. It's a really exciting time for ice hockey in the city.
Ultimately, if anybody in Oxfordshire loves Oxford and Oxford sport, this is a homegrown club, apart from Jeff Sykora, who's Canadian, but Oxford sort of in love with. But ultimately, it's about Oxford players playing for an Oxfordshire sports side and certainly doing very well, winning their title and now defending it this year.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk about Jeff, no one is more committed to the Oxford City Stars than Jeff Sykora. He's just proved this by taking on the role, as well as being involved with the City Stars. He's also director of coaching for the junior club. You know, he's involved with every single player that's coming through our youth academy system. So he may be from North America, from the University of Oklahoma where he is, but he's absolutely delighted and proud to be part of the Oxford City Stars setup, from the under-10s level up to the under-18s and through to the seniors. But we have a fantastic amount of players who are coming through the system, and our entire club is set up to make sure that Oxford born and bred kids can come up, join the sport and have a realistic chance of playing senior hockey. We want to see the best that Oxford has to offer play this sport which we all love.
Right, I'm with Jeff Sykora, and you're going to tell me about my Uncle Brian, aren't you?
Yes, whoever your Uncle Brian is.
We want to know whether you're Jeff Sykora, not Derek Sykora. Derek Sykora, Jeff Sykora.
Jeff Sykora.
All right.
Yes.
Derek Sikora's the medium, isn't he?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Wrong bloke. I don't know why I'm interviewing you. Right, we'll start again. I'm with Jeff Sykora. Now, Jeff, I understand you're steeped in ice hockey tradition. Give us a little brief synopsis of where you started and what you've done before you come here.
Oh, I started off my hockey career in Omaha, Nebraska. It used to be not so much of a hockey hotbed, but it's grown now. The program has about 5,000 kids in it, producing a few NHL players. So I've been spending quite a bit of my time there learning how to play the game. My dad taught me how to play originally. Started when I was the age of 5.
Yep. Came
all the way through the Omaha program. Then ended up here somehow.
Oh, what a place to end up, in fairness.
Oh, it's great. I love Oxford.
It's terrific, isn't it? It's a lovely place. Yeah, don't knock it, son.
Yeah,
right,
not knocking it at all.
You'll be wearing your stick. Right, no. Right, come on. Let's be serious just for a moment. You're down here with the kids as well as playing, you could defend your title again this year with the boys. Now, when you look at some of these kids, talent-wise, you've seen them across the pond. You know, the kids got it.
Some of these kids do have it. There's a lot of kids with a lot of talent. There's a small problem that we don't have as much ice as we do across the pond.
Yeah.
So the amount of hockey these kids see isn't near as much as what the kids in the U.S. and Canada see. But there's still some definite amount of talent there.
Right. Well, you do every age group, I believe. You've got every kid that comes to the ice rink. You're the man that casts his eye over. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
And you have to encourage, cajole. Do you get some that want to do it but get out there and feel a bit nervous? How do you get somebody that's a bit shaky on his pins out there?
Well, it's sort of instilling a bit of confidence in the kids. They come down, they haven't really skated, or they have skated a little bit before, and they see a lot of these kids who've played for a few years, and they get nervous. So you have to build up their confidence. And the first thing you do is get them out there and get them with the puck and show them how much fun it is. And as soon as they start having that that extra bit of fun, the confidence comes, and then they start wanting to play up with stronger players, and they start wanting to push themselves to get to that stronger player, and then beat that stronger player, and then they grow almost exponentially when they get that little bit, tiny bit of confidence is all it takes.
That's all it takes, and you're the man that actually instills that with the kids. You know, I've just spoken to Richard Carpenter. Some kids now joining the first team squad that have come through. He just mentioned a young lad, Bayliss, that's come through. Looks a decent sort of, I don't know where he plays on the park, I'm about to find out. I say park, it's ice, but you know what I mean. Whereabouts do you play?
He's a defenseman, and a very solid defenseman as well. And I've been with him since he was an under 16. His first year as an under 16 is when I first started coaching him, and saw him develop all the way through. And the skill level that he has come up with has been absolutely amazing. He's one of those players you don't really have to coach too much because he wants to do it all. Yeah.
What about, obviously, we're in English National League 2, and we're going to win the title again this year, which you did last when you sealed it at Basingstoke, and they're the first game on September the 8th. I know my onions. Right, but what about if the big boys come along and say, well, we like the look of him as well? How are you going to resist that temptation?
It's going to be hard, but to really hold back a player. So if big boys come calling, then absolutely great. The good thing is he's so young that he can still play with us and play with the upper level.
So he can have the dual registration. Yeah. So what are your hopes? How old are you now then, Jeff?
Sorry?
How old are you now?
I'm 30.
You're 30.
Yeah.
So do you still find sort of Monday mornings a little bit of a struggle? Because you play double headers, don't you? Saturday and Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, the Monday morning's a struggle. The worst part is Thursday morning, though. Monday morning's nothing compared to Thursday mornings. You train so late.
Right, yeah.
After you get a few bumps and bruises and you go into work, you start limping around, people start wondering what you've been doing over the weekend.
Yeah, but I've got to ask as well, we saw the coach, Darren Elliott, the other day, who just literally dropped his teeth out for us at the front, which, you know, is another thing that people do look at ice hockey, that it's, well, I think we all saw Slapshot, and we all thought that was the way ice hockey was played. It was a big scrap, followed by a few goals. But it's changed now, hasn't it? You know, there are a few little bits of icings and a bit of boardings and all the rest of it, but generally it's still a very technical game on the ice, isn't it?
Yes, the game has changed dramatically. It's all about speed, skill, precision, and there is hitting, there is the, you know, odd blood, but it is much more about the skill of the game now.
Right, so we are defending our title. We've had a couple of games against higher opposition just recently, and again, Darren told me that we've tried different things out. How do you feel? What do you feel about the squad as it's coming together for the start of the new season?
I mean, we definitely have some things to work on, but for the most part, I think that we're doing really well. So we're sort of right where we want to be in terms of our development and our progress. We have a lot of guys coming back and a lot of new guys coming into the team that we need to sort of break in a little bit. And that's where Darren was saying that we've been trying some new things out. When we try new things out, you're going to make mistakes. And the mistakes that we made, we capitalized on those. And in our league games, if we make those mistakes, we know that we've made the mistake and we know how to fix it immediately afterwards, so it's not going to damage us too bad. Those preseason games are perfect to get that out of the way.
Right, just to throw my head across it, because I'm pretty new to ice hockey. In the world of football and cricket, there's some big characters that when things are maybe just idling along, that come out with a big voice and a big bellows and get in behind people. Players like that in the change rooms, or is every player like that?
You know, there's a lot of different personalities on our team. There's definitely a couple of...
Why'd you say that with a smile?
Oh, you know, I better leave that one for the changing room. I don't know if it's too appropriate, but no.
There we are. Right, there are people with big personalities, right, fine.
There definitely.
Yeah, okay, but they do go out there, you know, when you send somebody on that's... I know there are the rules of enforcers and different people that go out to... I have been speaking to Mr. Shell, who tells me that the odd player goes out to intimidate other players to get them sim bin. It's not just about tactical, it's not just about ice skating skills sometimes it is about just getting in somebody's ear, bit of sledging.
Well, sometimes that is tactical.
Well, yeah, absolutely, yeah, I suppose it could be construed as tactical, but you're looking to get the support that's built last year as you won the title. You know, it got bigger, it got louder. I certainly enjoyed my nights when I came down here. You know, what would you say to anybody that hasn't tried watching ice hockey live to get them down here?
Oh God, you have to watch it. It's the fastest team sport that's played in the world. It's quick, it's violent. You can keep up with the plays, But all you have to do is come out here and see the speed, and it's almost mesmerizing.
And you can come down here and get yourself a beer
Absolutely.
and a coffee, and you can thoroughly enjoy Oxfordshire people apart from you, but you are adopted Oxfordshire, winning games for Oxfordshire.
Yeah, and the people that come to support us, man, I haven't seen support like that in years and years and years. Even playing back home, you don't have fans that come and travel to the away games and be more of a raucous crowd than the home team. So the Oxford fans have really been great, and it's been an absolute pleasure to play here.
So, Jeff Sykora, not Derek Sykora, you're the man that looks at all the youth that's coming through, and you're looking forward to another title defending season.
Absolutely.